This video is about the installation of aircons and how much it costs here in the Philippines. So this is now the cinema room of Old B. You can see that the screen is already done, and also the furnitures is here. You got a double cinema seat and a 3 single cinema seat with cup holders. It's a reclined seat. You can avail that with reasonable prices at Homemaker Furnitures here in Cebu City. So the main branch of Homemakers is in North Reclamation area, Mandaue, across Cafe Racer. So you can see the lights has been installed. This is like changing light kind of bulbs, I mean. And the only one that's lacking, because it's very hot over here, is now the aircon. So this video is going to show you how much it costs to have an aircon and the installation of running around. It's not just like you install it, because the usual thing that I do is I buy the unit and I buy the materials for installation, and then I only pay the labor fee for installation. So this is now the aircon that I purchased and been delivered here in my place. This is Matrix air conditioner, 1.5 horsepower. And you've noticed I don't go for inverter anymore because we had constant power off, like few seconds power off. And based on my experience, I got another air conditioner ready to store, but it's an inverter. I don't want it installed because it's easily get busted because of our constant power off here. So 1.5 horsepower aircon for the cinema room cost me 28,000 pesos. Now I'm going to show you all the other things that you need to purchase when you have an aircon installed in your room. This is a split type aircon. This is not your window aircon that you can just make a hole and make a proper plug, and that's good enough. But this one, it needs proper settings, proper placements, and proper cables to install. So here I am in Home Builders to get the electrical needs for the aircon, and I want to show you that I had a good bargain with my aircon being delivered at 28 grand, because that's 1.5 horsepower Matrix, and I've been using that for years now. Since I replaced my 20-year-old aircons, which are not in models anymore, it's not available, those models that I used 20 years ago. So I've been using Matrix brand. But look at this brand, a known brand, 1 horsepower. It's already 27,600, almost 27,600 pesos. And the installation costs will be different, but I have to buy all the electrical needs that the aircon man listed for me. So one thing I need is a breaker. It's a bolt-on breaker, and then the wiring, of course, and I'll just show you what I have to buy. What I need is the 30 amps breaker on this certain brand, GE, which is a bolt-on type. This is what he ordered. So GE is quite the most dear breaker here brand that you can buy in this hardware. Cebu Home Builders. 30 amps is 900 pesos. And then I need a number 10 THHM wire, and so like the generic medicine, the same wire, and you have 2 different types. A Pilplex, which is quite a known brand, is more dear. So I have a 1 box of this Duraplex American wire which is new here in the market, but it does the job like the other one. It's just the same, it's just the brand is different. So 5.5 mm THSN THWN lead free. That's the best thing about this one, it's lead free wire. So one box was 6 grand, 150 meters. And I need 20 meters of flexible hose like this. So that's what. Tagpila kay meter anang hose no? 10-25 pesos for 1 meter of flexible hose. So I have 20 meters of that, then a box of 150 meters of number 10 wire, and GE ampere kanira amperes 30 amps GE bolt in. What's this breaker, which is this one. So that alone was gonna cost me 7,500 pesos now, around that, more or less. But I know because the box alone of wire is over 6,000. The wire, the breaker is at 900, so about 7,000, 7,200, whatever. But I just say 7.5, so to be safe. Then okay ra. We are finally working on the installation of the aircon. You can see that there's an aircon now here on the part where the cinema room is. You can see that we have made a hole from the cinema room towards the condenser here of the aircon. And so we're working since 9 o'clock this morning. We are now on all the installation. Putting the heavy stuff is done. We are now working on the wiring. You can see that's the freon gas that was filled on this condenser. And so they are now on the ceiling sorting the electrics.